Hey guys, this is Josh, and as I promised in my last video and on my Instagram account, if you guys saw, this is the beginning of a series that I call Grow With Me, and it involves my personal journey in creating the life that I desire and creating a reality where I'm doing what I want, and those things that I want are meant to inspire me, help me live a life of passion, because what they do is that they involve helping other people get inspired. I want to be able to become a person that teaches other people how to create a life that they want, how to, wake up and say, hey, I can really accomplish anything that it is that I want in my life. And I am going to do that by just talking about like what it is that I'm going through, what it is that I'm learning, and sharing that with you. So check it out. This is Grow With Me, and I'm really happy you guys are tuning in if you're watching this right now. So what I'm doing currently, apart from my normal business that I'm trying to build right now, because frankly, I spent the last 6 years, 7 years of my life, I was married, and it wasn't easy. I was blessed the whole time, but the marriage was difficult, and the finances were extremely difficult, and the relationship that I had with my ex-wife was extremely difficult. And I could be sitting here right now, and I could be just fucking blaming her and blaming everything that happened to me, and that's not how things work. Things don't just happen to you. You put yourself in the situation in which things happen to you. So I had sort of an epiphany like 8 months ago where I realized that I could, I could really do anything that I set my mind to. And it's a really cool story because I actually was inspired by this, by Max Tegmark and the mathematical truths to our universe, something along those lines. You can check it out. Our mathematical universe. That's what it's called. And Max Tegmark was describing a reality in the quantum level where there are multiple realities happening at the same time. And for me to hear that kind of stuff is super inspiring, And I had this like realization. I was like, holy shit! Like, people in the world that we live in, these inventions that that we have, and these systems that we use, were all at some point like just thoughts in people's minds. That's the reality. I mean, think about the light bulb and Thomas Edison, and the amount of time that it took for him to invent that, amount of times he failed. But what it was an idea in his mind first, and there's many other examples that any other example, any fucking invention that you think of was initially an idea in someone's mind, and it's those ideas that take root in reality. And the cool thing about it is that they start up here, and with an experience of feeling that it is possible and a determination to like make that thing happen, those things become real. And it doesn't mean, I'm not trying to say that if you have bad thoughts, they're gonna happen. And I'm not trying to say that, that immediately, imagine something in your mind and it's going to happen. What I'm saying is that this is a universe, and this universe that we live in, that we are comprised of, our brains and our minds are part of it. And the way that, things are created, anything that is part of this universe, anything that comes up in this state, has the ability to become real in some way or another. What it does take is human effort. Well, maybe it's not going to be human effort at some point if we have AI doing the same thing. or other animals that have evolved. But it takes effort in order to be able to turn that into action. So I had this amazing epiphany. It was really inspiring learning about the quantum state of reality, and I was like, shit, man, you could do whatever it is that you want with your life. And I realized I was like, hey, so I really want to create a life that brings up within myself, things that make me passionate. And what are some of the things that make me passionate? I love my children, and I love to help people, and I love this planet, and I love people, and I want people to be happy, and I want people to find their truest, their truest strength, their true strengths. I want people to really realize and have that same experience that I did. That was like, it's fucking possible. Anything is possible. And it's our emotions that get in the way, the feelings that we have that get in the way of actually moving forward and creating that life that we want. Because if we can create that emotion, create that feeling of, wow, it's doable, your actions follow afterwards. So the second I change that paradigm of, feeling like, oh, I'm limited, or, oh, this is a limited world, when that foundation, when that paradigm shifted, everything else sort of shifts afterwards. So, that shifted for me, and, maybe it was something that I learned before, but the reality is that it fucking switched up hardcore, and I was like, damn, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be around, but I'm going to do the best that I can to live the life that I love. And then it went into having to define what it is that I love, and I feel like the things that I love are so sort of spread out. They weren't defined, and because they weren't defined, I didn't really have an opportunity to figure out what I wanted to do. But when I took the course, as I took the course of doing what I wanted to do, by the way, this is Chomper. Chomper's Chomper. When I decided to take the course of just moving on with trying to actualize things that make me happy, and prioritizing my life about the things that I truly love. And one of those things is to be able to teach and to inspire other individuals, not just for the sake of inspiring, which I just learned, a little lesson I just learned from Ramsey Kane. Big shout out, thank you very much, Ramsey Kane, for your inspiring courses. I'm actually taking a life coaching certification course. A lot of the lessons, and not all of them, are going to be brought by what he is teaching. Guys, if you want a life coaching certification course, and I don't have one to offer you right now, you should check it out. It was on Udemy that I found it, paid a minimal amount of money, and it is incredible. And anyways, the point is that I want to teach, to inspire, to motivate other people so they can do the same things with their lives. I don't have a fucking high school diploma, okay? I spent the last 7 years in financial distress, and obviously there's reasons for that. I live in Israel. I came here 12 years ago. I came here at the age of 19. I got married, no education, in a different country with different, with completely different language and stuff like that. So it's difficult, to say the least, and it's still difficult. It's still hard for me. Am I balling right now? Am I making money like that in order for myself to feel 100% fine? No, I'm not. But I am on a pathway that I am turning my life into something that in every single moment I want to be passionate. And it's interesting because, that passion and those things that I wanted to do, I've sort of figured that out for the past, it's been about 8 months. And after, throughout those 8 months, it's defined. But the reality is the past 3 months, I've been pretty depressed. And everyone suffers maybe, sad times in different ways. And the reality is I broke up with my girlfriend for for whom, I got with her right after I got divorced, and she was my pillar, and we broke up because we needed to go our separate ways in order to grow as individuals. And frankly, I spent the last 3 months, it's not that I was really depressed, I was powering on, I was moving forward, but a big part of me was not there. But I had these values, and I had this dream, and I had this aspiration to want to help people and to want to create something that's sweet and good. And because I clung onto that aspiration, I clung onto that value throughout the time, I clung onto those things that really inspire me, that really drive me forward, like my children. It allowed me to sort of, fulfill and fill my life with value. And that value, even though I was going through a hard time, really helped me move forward. So I'm not saying that I'm completely healed. I have plenty of my personal problems, issues, whatever. We all do. But those are things that can help me grow as an individual. And I'm extremely excited to be able to do this. I got a freaking tripod here, if you saw my other video, that now I get to film like a pro. Like little by little, like we grow little by little, and we develop little by little. But it's very hard if we don't have a sort of goal, and we don't have a place that we want to go to. We don't have that, life just, it's just like a hamster running in a wheel. He's running, and you're experiencing that the ebbs and flows of life, but there's no sort of direction. So like finding direction in your life, I think, is one of the most important things. And really asking yourself, like, what it is that I want to do with my life. And a lot of the times you'll ask yourself that question, and you're not gonna feel like it's a reality. You're not gonna feel like it's real, but it is. And it's up to you to allow yourself to move there. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna do it if you don't want to do it. You're only gonna do it if you want to do it. So this is part of the process. This is part of my process of learning how to grow and how to create a business and do things that I love in my life. So I'm going to quickly introduce to you what it is that I want to do. I've said it before, but I want to inspire and motivate people. I would like to help people find their strengths. And I have this thing, I just want to fucking swim in the ocean. I want to film. I want to save marine mammals. And I want to film and swim with dolphins, whales, and swim in the ocean. And that's something that I think I'll be able to do. I don't think I know. I know I'm going to be able to do it. And that feeling of just knowing it, it's good. It's really good. So that's me. And it's Chopper. And this is the second video. And I want you guys to describe below. Subscribe below to this channel. I thought that it was going to actually get started off with a little bit more of integrating some of the lessons that I'm learning in my life coaching certification, which I did a little bit, but I'll get into it more. I guess this is sort of an introduction. So I want to give a lot of love to everybody out there, everyone that's supporting me, and other people that are not supporting me, and whatever, man. Like, it's all up to us to make this world a place where we can all express our love and unite together, inspire each other. I mean, imagine what kind of world it would be if we had it. So I'm going to clock out now. I think I have a therapy appointment coming up. I don't want to miss that. Yeah, so much love. And once again, subscribe. Check me out on Instagram at Single Parent Succeed. There is a podcast coming out. And it's going to be a really cool podcast. The podcast involves interviewing single parent entrepreneurs. Like, as if it isn't fucking hard enough to raise a child on your own. Moms, like, you guys are amazing. especially you moms that have your kids out there like all the time, like you've so much on your hands. But there's no buts. I believe in you, and I believe that somehow, some way, you guys can achieve and create a life that you would like. And that's why I'm going to be interviewing other single parents that were able to do it. Because hey, I'm not a mom, and I do have my kids about half the time, but I don't have the same challenges that a mother does. I have challenges that a father like me does. And I just want to bring you these stories. I want to connect you to these people that are going to help you just create that good feeling, create that reality, and create that reality where you realize that you can really do anything, and that it takes a lot of work. It is what you want, it is what you make it. But there's people out there doing it. So the more that we talk, the more that we discuss, the more that we can chat, the more that we can just connect, the more we can light each other up. So much love, guys, and thanks so much.